Pause the video, give this a go. This is the first in these big question bites I'm going to be doing with you guys. So I'm going to do one every day maybe of big mark questions. This is 11 marks. Have a look at the question, pause the video, give it a go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is do it in pseudocode, but I'm going to do it in program code first, and then I'm going to do it in pseudocode. So I'm going to make a text file. My text file is going to have in it this information. I'm going to do like first line, second line, third line, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to call it my text file.txt. Whilst I'm doing this, I hope you guys had a good day today. My day was pretty good. Okay, there we go, done. Alright, now, I've got to do this 20 times because this requires, in fact, I'm going to do it like 40 times. So I'm not going to bother doing it 40 times. I'm just going to cheat and just do this. Well, I'm doing it 40 times, but you know what I'm saying. Well, perfect. Alright. So we need to have a procedure. Now in Python, we know that the procedure is this. So def, and I'm going to call it line number. Boom. What I'll do is I'll do the pseudocode equivalent in using hashtags afterwards underneath each bit. Now it needs to, does it talk about, and yeah, there we go. It takes in the file name, start number, and step number. So the step number is the line number increment. The first line is the first line number to be added. Alright. Oh, so am I actually, this is weird code. Alright. First line number to be added? Is that from the text file? Okay, so it's basically saying my start number for these line numbers. It's not really clear, is it? And step number is basically the increment. So you can see here, this is going up 10, 15, 20. So this is where it gives me the information. I'm an idiot. Okay, so this is saying call line number, which is this. We're going to pass in the name of the file, 10, 5. 10 would be the first line number to be added, which is that. And it's going to go up in 5, so 10, 15, 20. Nice and simple. So let's have file name, step, and start number, and step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, in my main code down below, make a variable called file name and set it to be my text file.txt. I'm going to do a start number. Let's start on 10. Let's just do this. Start equals 10 and step equals count up in 5s. So it's exactly the same as that. Line number, file name, start, step. Okay. And let's open up the file. So in our procedure, so f equals open. My god, my typing on this keyboard, I don't know what it is about this keyboard. I'm amazing at Valorant on this keyboard, but I'd actually say that I have fat fingers when I'm playing Valorant at times. Anyway, back to this. So we want the file name. So we're going to open up the file name, and if you remember how we open up files, it'll be like this. But as this is a variable, it's just going to be that. We're then going to put all the lines into a list. So I'm going to do lines equals f.readlines. Nice and simple. I'm then going to loop for I in lines. Now, this start and step is simply about these, what we add. And it's saying every 20 lines it's going to ask a message saying, do we want to continue? So for iron lines, we're going to start on 10. So I'm going to do the following. We are going to do print, and then I'm going to do start, and then going to combine that with a colon, and we're going to do lines I. So theoretically, when I run this code, I made a boo-boo. Let's see where the boo-boo is. Okay, so what I'll need to do is start that. This indices must be, yeah, I need I not. There you go. So at the moment you can see it's going 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Alright, let's do some stripping first. So let's do strip equals I.strip together with /n, and let's change this to be strip. Perfect. Now what we want is this 10 to count up in 5s. So we're going to do start equals start plus 5. That's going to make it go up by 5. Nice and simple. Now every time this number gets to 20, so every 20 shall we say, it's going to ask, do we want to quit? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create another variable which is going to be called count, and I set it to be 0. And I'm going to want, obviously, count to go up by 5 as well. But if the count, in fact I don't want it to be plus 5, that would be stupid, let's do it plus step. We've got a variable with step, so we may as well use it, because it's not going to be 5 every time. If count, now it says every 20, so every 20 lines, but what happens if it was a count up in odd number, I mean like in 3s? Well, it says after every 20 lines, so it's got to recognize when there's been 20 lines. Okay, so let's do it this way. That's fine. If count is greater than or equal to 20, so as soon as it gets to 20 or just more than 20, we're going to ask them, do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? If quit equals yes, did it say yes or is it y in n? So it's going to be press N to quit. It tells me here we've got to type in N to quit. So if quit equals N, I'm going to use break. What that will do is it will stop everything. It finishes. If it doesn't break, I want count to go back to 0 again, so it has a chance to get to 20, because remember, it's every 20 lines. So when we get to 20, count will become 0. If we decide not to quit, it'll go again until it gets to 20. So that's why this count is different to these line numbers here. These line numbers will keep going, but count is going to be used to basically notify us when we've reached 20 new lines. When we've reached 20 new lines, it gives it a chance to quit. So if we run a code now, why is it not giving me a chance to quit? Let's have a look at what I have done wrong. If count is bigger than or equal to 20, allows the input. Okay, I've spotted a mistake. See if you can spot the mistake. This if statement never runs. and the reason why it never runs, see if you've spotted a mistake, pause the video, give it a go, is this. Because I'm saying go to 0 every time it goes up by 5. So it goes up by 5 here, it checks to see if it's 20, and then it goes to 0. So I need it to go up to 0 when it equals 20. So to go back to 0, shall I say. So now, press Enter quit. I don't want to quit, so I N. It's done. It's over. So there we go. That will be it in Python. But what about pseudocode? So let me just put the pseudocode underneath. So all of these will be by val. So I might just do by val here. But whatever, they're by value. It's a procedure, happy days. Same as what we've got above. Okay, this is going to be different. It's going to be open file name for read, but mine is going to be that. So just need to change it there. I'm going to get rid of this because it's not needed because we're not putting it into an array. We are going to use count. The arrow. It's not going to be a for loop. It's going to be a while loop. While not end of file name, and quit does not equal end. We're then going to get the first line from the file. We don't need to strip. Not part of this. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to get our start number. We're going to turn it into a string, because in pseudocode, if you want to combine things together, concatenate, you need to make it the same data type. File data is a string, this is a string, this colon, which we need is a string, and we join it together, we concatenate it by this ampersand here. So in Python, remember, we use comma. In pseudocode, we use this. So this is basically the same as doing what you see here. I'm then going to output file data, which means we don't need this print. Like that, it's going to be different. I might have misinterpreted the question thinking about this. It maybe should be every 20 lines rather than every 20 line numbers. So I can just change the code. It should be if count equals 20, because it's always going to have a chance to equal 20. And the count should go up by 1 each time instead of the step. So it should be just count equals count plus 1. So this treats it like this. So instead of it being like this, where it goes 10, 15, 20, no, it'll be 20 physical lines from the text file. It'll be after 20 lines of this. It'll then say, do you want to quit? So what we're going to do is we're going to make count go up by 1. So count equals count plus 1. We then want the start number to go up by the step, so that's the same. If quit equals 20, so if count equals 20, input quit. We don't need this anymore. This isn't needed because it's a while loop. So what will happen is if we do type in n, it will check it up here and it will finish. So I'm going to get rid of this bit. Count will become 0 as before, but we need to do the arrow. End while, or that should be one word, and end procedure. Also, one word. It's not going to be for iron lines, as we said, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that, and that would be our pseudocode equivalent.